second grade parents, can you believe it is May? Oh my goodness. Well, we are sending you the final parent packet for this school year. Now, in this packet, the math is going to contain a money game. Now, you may have played Chutes and Ladders with your children, and that's what this is. This is a Chutes and Ladders game where you start, you roll the dice, and then you say if you got 2, you're going to go to 2, and it says 4 quarters. So, how much is 4 quarters? If your child knows, you're going to say, he'll say $1. Now, if he doesn't know, then what we need to do is back up, okay? So we first have to teach them the identifying the coin, the identification. I know we don't use them much these days, but the identification of coins. Next, we need to teach them their value. How much are they worth? And then finally, we need to teach them to add those together as you're playing this game. So you can play the game and then scaffold or back up and give your child what they need as you play through. Of course, if you'll remember, when you land on one with a ladder, you get to climb to the top. When you land on one with a chute, you have to slide back down. So it is a fun game, but remember the goal of this math activity is first, we want to make sure they can identify the money. Second, make sure they know the value of the coins and the dollar bill. And third, have them add them together to get a total or a sum. Okay, that's our math. Now let's take a look at the reading. As we take a look at our second grade May parent packet, you've got a couple of things in here. Now, one of them you're going to be able to use, I say put it on your refrigerator when your kids are reading this summer. Ask them some of these questions. So you've got your cards and a little ring to cut up and put these questions on. What is the plot of the story? What is the theme? What is that lesson we learn? Did the character do the right thing at the end? Why or why not? And then there's also some really thoughtful questions like, could you change the end of that story? Name other stories like it. Name 3 events in the story. Anyway, it goes on and on, but all these do is it helps your child to recall events and things that happen in the story and make sure he understands. Now, you need to know these are used with narratives or stories, right? Nonfiction, you're not going to have characters. You're not going to have a setting. So make sure you're using these. You can use them with a passage they read. And we have put in one passage, and it's called Sam's Day Outside. Now, this is just a fluency passage. And what this means is your child can read it multiple times, and each time they read, they're going to get more fluent. That means we don't want them reading fast. We want to read them about like we talk. We want them to use expression. We also want them to pause at periods. And we want them to read those words correctly or accurately. So as he's reading, if you come across some words that he couldn't sound out or that he didn't automatically know, you want to stop. You want to underline it, maybe pull it over here and look at it, see if you can, sound it out, or if there's something that doesn't make a normal sound. So take this, let him read it several times. It begins with some lines, and there's some slanted lines, and those slanted lines are just to show children, let's pause here. For example, when Sam heard the garage door open, he sat next to the door. Do you see how I read those in phrases or scooping some words? So that's what you want your child to do. And this summer, absolutely, you can get some free on anything, free reading passages on their grade level. Let them read out loud to you. Help them scoop those words. You can even read it to them the first time. Show them how to do it. And then, if they're narrative stories, you can use these to ask the questions. If they don't know the answers, well, let's read it again. And this time, let's see if we can figure out what problem Sam had when he went outside. Okay? So this time, you've got your cards you're going to check out. Put them on your refrigerator. Use them throughout the summer. And then you also have one fluency passage where your child will orally read to you multiple times. And please, please, please practice that during the summer. Okay, so now we have our math where we're going to learn a little bit more about money, and we have some fluency practice and some recall practice. And I hope that your student has the best summer. Plan activities with them, give them experiences, talk to them about things. Because you know what? You are their number one teacher. So, thank you for helping us in Lawrence County develop proficient readers, writers, and mathematicians. We'll see you next year.